So you guys are done shooting and you're done editing, but you need post-production. What does that all entail? I don't think people differentiate that stuff in their minds. We call
So we have sort of finished sort of first edit lock, but when it comes to the post production, there's a lot of things that goes into it, right? So it's all the sound work, right? So you'll have to do some dubbing, you have to do the whole sound designing, you have to do Foley, sort of, and then you go for sound mixing, which you need studios. So there's a lot when it comes to the sound work, right? And then you get into sort of all the color correction stuff with the images. Sort of that's a lot. All those need a sort of studio costs as well as the cost of the artists who do that kind of work. Yeah. So that's that, and we also have some deferred payments. So it's nice that I was able to convince lots of post production artists to already start working with me without them getting paid, because they had seen the footage, they like what it is, and sort of they started working in hopes that we'll eventually pay them. So all those sort of payments have to be made. But we are a good way ahead into this post production work.
Within that, basically, they just don't. I mean, even if they've done the work, we don't have the work. You know what I mean? That we don't. Yeah, it's not delivered to us until we're able to make payments. So,
so you guys are feeling pretty good about it, after you got everything edited and that sort of thing. So.
Yeah, so not just feeling very good about the film, and also sort of to add some credibility. One of very renowned filmmaker out of India, and you should Google him. His name is Sudhir Mishra. He has the title of Sir from French filmmakers. And so very well recognized internationally, very well renowned sort of filmmaker. He has come on board as an executive producer on the film, and that news is already published. It was just like last week. It's published in many publications in India, and Guardian is doing an interview right now, as we speak, and there will be an article on that in Guardian as well very soon about this. So I mean, it's like he's seen the footage, he's seen the film, and he became part of it. So just for our audience to know, that would be a nice thing to know what we have. Yeah.
Right. Well, that helps with credibility and stuff. Not that you guys aren't credible, but well, you were banned, right? So nothing gives you credibility.
I'll never have that credit. Yeah, I'm just an incredible guy.
That's what I think. Right. So what else should people know about your film? I thought about that.
I think so. Two things. I mean, of course, we'll with Jim, we can be frank with you. We'll talk about, of course, what people should know about the film. But one big sort of goal for us and intention to get this publication out, if it can happen in time, is that we're sort of running against time. We have just 10 days more left in this Kickstarter campaign that we have, right? And we have raised 70% of the funds. So if this issue goes out soon and people know more about it, and they understand the importance of it, and they like the story, and they believe what we are trying to do, so if they can go and contribute, so that's sort of one goal.
For me, also something that I think, because this was shot a while ago, we built up a community in Butte, and now time has passed. It's taken a long time. Most people don't understand how long it takes to make a film, especially if you don't have the funding. So whenever we're doing a project like this, everything takes more time. We can't just throw money at it to fix the problem, right? So it means working through more creative avenues to get it done, right? Well, now what's happened is our community, has either, gone on to other things, or they're in different spaces, or they just have kind of forgotten about the project. So we want the community to know, like basically everybody that's been involved in Butte, you know, all the people that helped out in Montana in general, and then also Butte as a community. It would be great if they knew that this project just didn't dissolve and fall into the void like a lot of indie projects do, you know. So we have been working on it. It is completed, and we want to get it to the audience. And that's that's one of our biggest goals. The whole point of the funding of this is to get it out to an audience. You know, a lot of people in Butte put a lot of time and effort into this project, and very much appreciated. And we want to make sure that they see their hard work went somewhere. You know,
another time thing. It might not be pressing, but immigration's a huge topic.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the plague, that would be probably the number one issue in the nation.
Right.
And so you guys you're still timely, right? After all this,
right.
Maybe even more so, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. See. Yeah. For me, Jim, is like, so I lived in, I've lived in US for almost 2 decades. Yeah. And I came there to study. And, it's, so I have, that understanding of what it means to, feel like an outsider, and what it makes to what it takes to make your space, in a world where you kind of can keep seeing that, on a daily basis. Um, but very interestingly, recent phenomena, when I come back to India and I see that immigration has, been made a political issue in India. I mean, like, I never thought growing up, like in India, somebody has to worry and think about, do I belong to this country or not, right? And and I see that in last 2 years we had a new a push for a new law, and a resistance around the country, people going out on streets, that we would not allow this law to be passed, that people are being forced to make immigrants in their own country, that they have lived there, because they probably have to go back and find the documents, that who their parents were, where they were born, and then have to prove to this current government that, oh yes, they are actually natives of this country. So this idea of an immigrant as an outsider has gained such a momentum in last 5 years around the world. Take Europe, of course America, and if you're seeing it in India as well. I mean, so this is a huge issue. This is a huge problem, uh, and so one is at the political level, and another is at the level of everyday consciousness. I guess what I'm saying is that sort of there is that whole stereotyping then that happens, right? There's a stereotyping happens in which we start to sort of typecast people, of as a certain kind, and we start imagining them like that, and we start seeing them like that. And I think what the film tries to do, what Brown tries to do, is try to break that idea of a stereotype, right? It tries to show, a human being, you know. But what I attempted in the film is when I put audience in that shoes to look at that man, they will look at that man from that stereotypical place, and the film unfolds in a way that you question your own way of looking at, that brown man, right? And I think so. So yeah, that's what Brown is an attempt to address that situation we are living in. We are close. We are there. Just 10 more days to go. We have raised 70% of it. We are very hopeful that rest of it will come through. And when we'll finish the film, and we'll take it to the audience.